As you're all probably aware, Audi now owns Ducati, and so we thought it'd be fun to have a track battle between the most powerful Audi you can order and the most powerful Ducati you can order. The 1199 Panigale R has a 1.2 litre V-twin with 195 horsepower. There is an even hotter Superleggera version, but it's sold out, so this R is the most powerful Ducati you can buy. The Audi RS6 has a 4 litre bi-turbo V8 with 560 horsepower. That's 10 horses more than the R8 V10 Plus, which is why we've chosen the estate for this track battle. But first, let's kick off with a drag race. Auto Express's own Mildenhall will be in the RS6, while Alistair Fagan from Fast Bikes magazine will be on the Panigale. With 1,032 horsepower per tonne, the Ducati did 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3.2 seconds and the standing quarter in 10.5 seconds compared to 4.3 and 12.4 seconds for the 289 horsepower per tonne Audi. So then, can you tell me a bit about this bike?
So this is the Ducati 1199R Panigale. Cost you £26,995, so it's quite pricey. Yeah. But it's packed full of all the Gucci bits. You know, it's got traction control, ABS, engine braking control, which helps you going into the corners. It's 195 horsepower quoted, so about 180 brake horsepower at the rear wheel. And the way Ducati have done it is a big bore and a really short stroke. So all the power is right at the top and it's really peaky, really aggressive. It's like a modern day equivalent of a two-stroke, really. It's really stiff, really sort of rigid, no flex, no feel. And it is a bit of a beast. It's an animal, in fact. It's the most physical bike you could ride on track. You
obviously know what you're doing. Do you think you've got a good chance of beating the car?
I hope so, because I'm not going home if I didn't.
Right, well, good luck anyway.
Thank you, I'll need it.
So, tell us about this car.
Well, obviously it's the most powerful car Audi make, so in that respect it's a good test against the bike. But in some other respects it couldn't be any more different from the bike, because it's comfortable, packed with leather. You can carry 5 people in it, all your luggage, and the bike is pared down to nothing. It's only about performance, and this car is a lot more than that. It's performance, but all the luxury you'd expect of a £80,000 Audi. We've got 560 horsepower.
It's a lot of horsepower.
Yeah, 700 newton meters of torque. So obviously it's quattro as well, so lots of traction.
4-wheel drive, yes.
4-wheel drive.
But how much does this thing weigh?
Well, that's the catch. It's 2 tons. So obviously
2 tons.
The bike is gonna, I'm looking at the bike now, and that is a featherweight piece of kit. So we'll see how we get on.
Well, that weighs in at under 200 kilos, so do you think you're going to have your work cut out?
I think I could well do, yeah.
Well, best of luck anyway.
Thank you very much.
The bike clearly rolls in a straight line, but now let's see what happens when we add some corners. For safety, the car and the bike will start half the track apart. The bike gets a good start, but the Audi is a little bit ponderous off the line. Alistair hurls the bike into the first corner, clearly wants to win, but oh look, the Audi's a bit out of shape there. Owen is definitely pushing it too. Al will have to hold his nerve now as he heads for the high-speed S's. Owen can use the Audi's quattro traction to slingshot out the corner and down the back straight. Approaching the halfway point now. Who'll get there first? It's the bike! The Audi has some catching up to do now. Al is a lot neater through that section than Owen was. The Audi should be quicker through the tight corners though, but is it too little, too late? Bike flies down that back straight. The Audi's weight means it's struggling with those high-speed changes of direction. The bike is at the final chicane just as the Audi's entering the last corner. It's a dash to the finish line. Well, we've got the car's fan raging away there because he's wanting to cool down. How did it perform out there?
Well, for a 2-ton car, it's pretty impressive. I mean, it's got quattro grips, loads and loads of grip. And the fact that the fan's still going quite a long time after we finish is an indication of how much heat and how tightly packaged everything is underneath this bonnet to get a big V8 in there. It's got loads of grip, massive straight line performance. If I'm honest, it's not the most thrilling car to drive on track because it's not very, you can't really do much with it. It's not very adjustable. It just either grips and that's it really. They can't fully disable the stability control, but there's no doubt and it's pretty fast.
Was it fast enough? That's the thing.
Well, my gut instinct is that the bike was a lot quicker.
Really?
But we'll see.
It's not like you. Okay, so your time, 1 minute, 14.7. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how do you think you did?
I've no idea. The bike felt so fast. It always
And
does
you
this
looked
thing.
really, really fast as well.
Yeah, this bike just feels fast. No matter what you do, no matter how fast you ride it, you always think you come back and broken that record, but as proven in the past, it's not always correct.
So it just feels mentally fast. Why is
Yeah.
that? Because it's just Larry?
Just because it's Larry, yeah. It's spinning and bucking and weaving and slapping, and it's just brilliant. Yeah, it's the only bike that permanently puts a smile on my face when I ride it.
Really, you just want to know what your time was, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute, of course. 12.5. So you did it.
I can go.
You actually beat him by quite a decent margin,
Yeah.
actually.
Cheers, Owen.
So on this occasion, the bike beat the car. But in the car's defence, there's one thing that you can do with it that you can't do with the bike. Take the whole crew out for a hot lap. Click on the video windows to see our race between a KTM and a Caterham and a BMW against a BMW. Click on the play icon to watch our latest video review and on our logo to subscribe to our channel.